So away from Oyo State, straight to the Niger Delta in Bayelsa State, Governor Douye Diri has restated his administration's resolve to provide uninterrupted electricity supply. The governor gave the assurance while inspecting solar-powered installations in Yenagoa. The project forms part of Bayelsa's wider energy diversification plan, designed to reduce reliance on the national grid and stimulate economic growth across the state. During the inspection, Governor Diri stressed that the timeline set for the commencement of the 24-hour power generation remains unchanged and must be achieved. The inspection underscores the administration's determination to deliver on its promise of reliable electricity, with solar energy at the heart of Bayelsa's future power strategy. Joining us more for this is Joseph Konde. Joseph Konde, what steps has the governor taken so far, to transition Bayelsa State from reliance on the national grid to a solar-driven energy model?
Benga, the first one that happened was the fact that we had to experience when the number of solar panels came about. Well, basically, it was the gas turbine, about 60 megawatts of it for the residents of Bayelsa, both in the capital and, of course, its environs for about that one. Then for the solar panels, it was supposed to be a backup for it. That one was going for 100 megawatts of it. Although that one is a tripartite agreement that is already on the cards. It was signed sometime in October this year, where we're having the panel installation in Bayelsa State. So they are not just going to be for the installation also, but it's going to be for it to be able to serve as a backup for it, so that we can have that power supply for 24 hours in every home in Bayelsa State.
All right, let's look at the response from the residents. What has been the public response in Yenagoa, and not just Yenagoa, and other communities regarding the push for 24-hour electricity?
Optimism, first of all, because it looks as though it's kind of a different ball game entirely, because it is not the first time that I've gone through this journey of gas turbine in Bayelsa State. Then governors of Sarah K. Dixon, then governors of Timmy Silva came about these, but it didn't really see the light of day. But for the current governor that we have, he's actually matching his words by actions, and of course, they have been looking at it in that line. The only difference, not much of a difference though, it just happens to be when the man said that, look, it is not going to be for free. People are actually going to pay for the IPP, talking about the independent power plants. So people are saying, okay, well, we don't mind, provided we can see it. So, and of course, for the fact that the ultimatum was given for December, it means that everybody's putting their fingers crossed, hoping and believing that the governor's going to match words by actions.
All right, just in 1 minute, what capacity, I'm talking about in megawatts or equivalent, are the solar installations expected to add once, fully operational?
Currently, for the gas turbine, it is 16 megawatts, but for the solar panel, it's going to be 100 megawatts. So it's going to make Bayelsa have that much of an industrial hub, like the governor would always say, and of course shy away from always relying on the one that comes through from Alhuda in nearby River State.
All right, just before we go, let's watch what let's listen to what the governor said.
Certainly, we're all satisfied, and we hope and believe that our dates will be sacrosanct. No, I borrowed it from Engineer Olis. I borrowed that from Engineer Olis, so they told me it is plug and play. And, for these gigantic machines, the short time with which they have installed them and giving us hope that our dates will be sacrosanct. You agree with me that it is actually plug and play.
All right, thank you so much for bringing us this report all the way from Bayelsa State.